everyone, my name is Kadek Sintia Putri. I would like to explain the answer about the e-learning. What is online learning? Online learning is education take place on internet, and also asynchronous means that things are happening at the same time, and asynchronous means that things are happening at the different time. Basic features in learning management system. Announcement. Announcement feature is the where place the teacher communicative important updates to the class. And then syllabus. Syllabus feature is a essential structure for the course and outlines for course. Next lesson. Lesson is the course instructional container for your course. And discussion forum is a asynchronous communication for exchange of ideas through two-board format. Next is resources. Resources is store all type of digital and online material that students require review. Gradebooks. Gradebooks is the tool that displays student attendance, participation, reading management, and project grades. Next is course email. The teacher uses email to send out important message to the student, similar with the announcement. Next is example of good introduction writing for one topic meeting. That is example. Dear all 5A students, please start a discussion as the last time. Please write what do you think about the play. You can talk about the story, plot, the character, or other aspect of drama. Next is attractive element material for online learning. The elements that are needed are a straight line and well-designed LMS. A well-designed LMS will ensure that the tasks are hassle-free and that each user can easily tap into the Maillard and features that are an important part of the e-learning process. Next is stage delivery method. As with another website, application, or products, compatibility is always the matter. We need to always be sure that material we post for learners to use is compatible with all the possible web browser or platforms being used. Next is online tests and quiz. Through online tests and quiz, an instructor is able to track the progress of students and assess the effectiveness of curriculum, while at the same time, students have the ability to track their own progress and improvement on their skill accordingly. Next is type of online learning activity that is example of technology tools. The first one is discussion activity. Discussion activity to the course that facilitate the student class in the online course using a discussion forum like Quora. And online journaling activity is in this case is that the student develop the habit to reflecting their own work, use a blog. Next is knowledge-based building activity. This class essentially building one or more documents together using Wiki. Next is practice exercise. Practice exercise, the teacher can address many levels of thinking skills through the use of multiple choice, matching true or false, fill the blank, and use the testing and quiz. Next is group project. Group projects have two types of group project is online group presentation and group research project. Online group project is students can communicate online frequently with their group members, can be informed of presentation and spread document. Makes students more collaborative and communicative. And group research projects is Small research projects can help learners construct their own understanding of the student through various selected resources. Use a workgroup discussion and blog for all learning. Online discussion is important element is online learning. It must not well. How does the teacher optimize the discussion? The first one, to make clear instruction to students for discussion. Teachers should make the introduction first before the online discussion run. For example, the teacher can make the rule like this. You should be participate and active in online discussion class. If you never participate, you cannot join the test and then you cannot pass the course. If the teacher gives the instruction like that, the student will be participate that the comment become active learners. Next is make a deal for the discussion. The first begin with material student familiar and the more comfortable make comfortable discussion. Make a contract for the beginning of the course. Create the contract in the beginning to this goals the reach a goal of the course. Learning research and engage learners in online learning. In the book mentioned as follow. The first text. Text is the real word explained accessible from online course. For example, like quote, literary review, newspaper, and magazine. Next, image. Embedding image when appropriate, supportive or learning. It first and sample tabs engine your online course. Like a photo, screenshot, graph, or illustration. Next is audio and video. Audio and video address specific learning style. They can also add the personal feel, real-world experience, dynamic example, and dimension to the learning module. The internet is good source of the video material, and published video are often available with the textbook, making your own another opinions. Next is voice and perspective. Resources where the teacher student meet pull from the internet or from guests to the class give you opportunity to bring your own opinions, uh, and perspective into the classroom. Next is expert. A guest speaker, whether the practitioner and academic, bring another voice and source expertise into the online class. In the direct interaction, the guest speaker communicates directly with the student in some way. Next is experience. In the particular study area used as medicine, social work, and business field refers to them field work. Resource from the field provide real-life exposure to sure clients, find the student, customer, and situation related to the class area study. Next is free web tools. A web tool is a program that can help. The student is the best position to determine what would add value to the content. On the website, we introduce a series of tools with short description and link. In most cases, we will provide a tutorial and detail on how to use the tool. For example, using a Google, a Smartcard, Prefix, and YouTube, and so on. Next is example, effective assessment in English online teaching and learning. I use language skill reading, how to assess reading, make a summarize, and quiz, and teacher feedback. Teacher feedback is a ongoing assessment engaged student learners through the course. This is especially true though teacher feedback is timely. Regular mind the timely feedback helps students to improve. It should be highlight area that need improvements, present suggestion, future learning, and indicated where progress has not been. Next is peer feedback. Peer feedback when encouraging students to provide feedback to another through their work. Set up the criteria of evaluation. This is criteria for group projects where each member evaluate one another contribution. Next is guest feedback. Feedback from guests, such as experts in field, can activate real-world content for the learners. In online course, it's easy to involve guests from anywhere in the world. Check with your institution to see how to include guests in your online course. Basic elements to consider when building an online course. First one, learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are that course of the process that create course and progress program that follow through on their promise. Suggest there are learning outcomes expressed every stage in the process. Next is online syllabus. A detailed syllabus is core organizing document for the teacher and the student. It is where the students go to find out everything they need to know about course requirements, contact information, schedule, and institutional policy. An online course, you are now to set up plan your course week by week. As we have pointed before, the good place is start being considering these are three areas. First one is begin with the learning outcomes. Second one, work backward. You next plan out the assessment you will need to ensure that the learning outcomes have been met. The main assessment for the unit will be the complicated slideshow. Next is using the assessment as the measure of your content. You lay out the knowledge, skill, and step needed to enable the student to success and the final project. Next is online lesson in my class for one meeting. Opening. Dear all members of 5A students, please kindly read instruction below. Main activity. Make a group consist of 6 people and analyze the following topic below. The topic is contextual learning. Next is assessment. Assessment, make a short analysis summary of contextual learning. Closing. After you finish, please kindly submit the results on the submission tab. Thank you. Thank you, that's all my explanation and share about learning.